Well, what do we have here? The Amargasaurus. Something unique about the Amargasaurus is the spines you'll see running down its neck. Some paleontologists theorize they were used for thermoregulation, whilst others believe they protected the animal from predators. Another species of animal that brandishes sharp objects like them at all times is called a Londoner.
Let me see what you have!
Whilst the Amargasaurus is still 9 to 13 meters in length, it's actually considered to be a small sauropod. I personally think 9 to 13 meters is average size. In fact, I'd say it's quite big. It's actually the smallest sauropod in the Jurassic Evolution series, and due to its height limitations, it's actually unable to feed on taller trees, meaning that this thing gets bullied at theme parks everywhere for not being tall enough to ride on the scary coasters. Weighing in between 2 and 4 tons, it means it would be much heavier than a modern rhino, but it still dwarfs the weight of your mother. The Amargasaurus was discovered in 1984 in Argentina in the La Amarga Formation, just 2 years after the Falklands War. This expedition was led by paleontologist Jose Bonaparte? Wait a minute. Jose Bonaparte. The Spanish King Jose Bonaparte! This means that the Spanish have invented time travel and just haven't told the rest of the world about it yet. These guys are actually pretty fine with just being introverts, meaning that you only really need one of them, but they don't mind more of their own kind. However, once you bring in other sauropods, that might cause a... Keeping an Amargasaurus content with its surrounds usually involves keeping an Amargasaurus content with its surroundings involves there to be a mostly forest-based environment, which backs up the whole introvert's claims, as I suppose that's where they can hide from the societal norms of interacting with others. Despite these introvert claims, sometimes when you pair up Amargasauruses face to face, their heads will be akin to that of a hug, meaning that maybe size doesn't matter after all, and that you've never felt the touch of a woman. Maybe it's just about the personality of the Amargasaurus. It still might not help them on Tinder. So, the all-important how f***ed are you when you come face to face with an Amargasaurus? This one is more down to yourself than the dinosaur. If you're willing to look past their petiteness, I'd say you're in the fine tier. But if you make a small error, and you find an Amargasaurus with a short fuse, this thing has fucking spears on its neck. One neck swing and you're red mist. So how good is an Amargasaurus in your park? Well, PNG, given its moderate guest appeal and unlike most other sauropods, the Amargasaurus is actually well suited to smaller enclosures. They make great sauropods for those living on a budget. On top of the fact that you don't need multiple Amargasaurus for it to be content, takes away the pressure of one unexpectedly combusting because you made a 5'11" versus 6 foot joke. I personally don't give in to height discrimination, so I'd give this little guy an A for Amargasaurus. Sorry, bud.